Hi there, I'm going to be showing you how to use Jamboard with some of the Google Slides templates that I have created for this letter versals activity. So if you go out to Google, if you tap on the tiny waffle up here, you're going to see an icon that says Jamboard. So what Jamboard is it's an online collaborative whiteboard. So the reason why that I'm showing you how you might want to use this is that if you are a teacher or an instructor working with a small group of students, even just one-on-one, this is a great tool to utilize. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to tap on it and it's going to open any jams that I already have, which I have several. So I'm going to let that load for just a moment. When I want to create a new Jamboard file, I'm going to click on this plus sign here that's all the way down in the corner. So I just want to make sure that you saw that. So I just hit New Jam and I'm going to get what looks like a blank whiteboard. So the next thing that I want to do, I could have an interaction over Zoom or Google Meet with a student and I could be asking them to do things, and if they need to draw something, they can easily do that. If I wanted them to use a highlighter, a marker, and so on, they have different options. But what I wanted you to see is that you can also add images onto here. So what I did, I'm going to come over here to this letter reversals activity set that I've made. So one option is that you could use this in Google Slides, but if you want to use it in Jamboard, all you have to do is come over here to File, and then you're going to come over here to Download, and you can either pick JPEG or PNG. I typically use the PNG option because it's a image that's not going to be as pixelated, if that makes sense to you. So now that it's downloaded, then it's already on there for me. So I'm going to come back over to this tab where it is my Jamboard, and they have the option to add an image. Okay, so I'm going to upload an image, and I'm actually going to look for that picture. And when I select open, then that Google slide is going to appear. And notice on here, I can actually make it bigger. So I can come on here and make it as big as what I need it to be. And now when the students come on here, then I can actually have it set up so that they can come on here and use those drawing tools. And if I'm wanting them to tell me this is drum, so then they're going to come on here and make that straight line for me. If I was doing ballet, then I'm going to come on here and make the line for that. This is just one option that you can do. So this is great if you are one-on-one with a student. If I am actually doing this with multiple students, I'm going to take off those lines because I've got a undo button here. And I wanted you to see on Jamboard, these are called frames actually, and you can add additional frames onto here. All I have to do is hit this down arrow, and then if I want to add just a blank frame, I can hit add. But another cool feature is that I can hit the three dots and I can hit duplicate. So if, let's say I'm working with a group of 2 or 3 students, I can easily come on here and have 3 indicated. And then what I can do is I can add a sticky note that they have on here, and I'll just go ahead and add my name as one option. And with this sticky note, I can let the student know, like, this is your work area. So if I come on to here, then I'm going to hit a sticky note, and let's say that I needed to add another one, and the student is going to again go to the slide that is theirs and they're going to do their work. In my position as a tech integration specialist, we encourage teachers to use Jamboard all the time whenever they're doing small group activities. I do tell my teachers this is not something that you want to have like 10 students, even above, 5 or 6, because then students could be messing around with other students' work. So I do try to keep it at a small number. So Jamboard is definitely one option for that. I've also come across another website that is an option as well, and it's called Whiteboard.fi. Okay, and so it does the same concept in that the teacher can have a digital whiteboard, but kind of what's pretty cool about it is that I can share this link, and I can share it, I can copy it and then add it into Google Classroom, or I can even show it as a QR code, and then multiple kids can join. The biggest difference between Whiteboard.fi and Jamboard is that each student is getting their own individual whiteboard, and they cannot interfere with each other, if that makes sense. The other cool part is that you can see what the students are doing all in real time and interact as needed. So both have their pluses and minuses, but I wanted you to take a look at those two options.